Hi, I'm Jim Brickell from Edlearn Ford. Today we're sitting in the 2021 Ford Edge ST line. This is an orientation video for new vehicle owners. I wanted to show you where all the major controls were located and how to use them. So, from the driver's seat, I'm going to start on the left, so on the driver door. Some of the basics, of course, your power windows, your power outside mirrors, and your power door locks. As we move onto the dash, we have our fog lamps, we have our headlamps, and right here, the A, that's your automatic headlamp position. Plus and minus, that's your panel dim switches. Open the rear lift gate from inside the vehicle, and TCS, that's traction control system, and you can turn it off from here. Now, on your stock control, it's your turn signal, but you can also turn on the lane keeping system. So right there, lane keeping system off, push it in again, and you've got lane keeping system is on. You'll notice on the dash it has a little picture of a vehicle and dotted lines representing the lane on the highway. As we pull back, you've got the 5-way on the left-hand side of the steering column, 4 arrows, and an OK in the center. That is going to change your display on the left of the speedometer. So right now it's showing your speed with the digital speedometer. It's showing 0 kilometers an hour, and if you hit the OK, that would switch it to miles per hour. So as you cross the border, make sure you're always hitting that to change for the appropriate area. Now, you'll see in the corner where it's got the arrows represented, you can go up, down, or left. There's nothing to the right at this particular point. So in our display, we've got a choice of intelligent all-wheel drive, which wheels are your drive wheels. Your distance to empty. So right now it's showing you've got about half a tank of gas and you've got 365 kilometers to empty approximately. You can display it with a tachometer on there. And as you go down again, you can have the engine temperature. So once again, it is customizable to the information that's important to you. If you want to know your tire pressure, that's there as well. So we're back to the beginning. And now if we go to the left, that was display mode. You can go down to trip odometer 1 and trip odometer 2. When you go to the right from there, trip 1. It shows a trip odometer, it shows your liters per 100 kilometers, and it shows the time since that was last reset. If you go down, number 2 was just recently reset, so those numbers are different. You can change them independent of one another. Fuel economy. So if you would like to see it in a graph format, you can have fuel economy displayed that way. Under driver assists, you can pick and choose which of the safety features you're going to be using. So driver alert, lane keeping, pre-collision, rear park aid. And rear park aid, if you're towing a trailer, you're going to want to shut that off. Otherwise, as soon as you put it in reverse, the vehicle is going to be screaming at you, thinking it's about to crash. Blind spot, we've got it in the on position. That watches for vehicles in your coming up in your blind spot to make sure you're not switching lanes at an inappropriate time. Cross traffic alert, when you're backing out of a parking spot, sometimes it's hard to see. The vehicle can look sideways and notify you if vehicles are approaching from either side. Under driver alert, oops, I was turning it on and off. And you've got your lane keeping system for the mode and alert intensity. So under mode, right now we've got it set for just the alert. It will vibrate the steering wheel if your lane keeping system is on and you're crossing the line without signaling. And you can go to aid only, where it'll help steer you back into your lane, and aid and alert, it would notify you and also help correct where you're going. The intensity you can change for high, medium, and or high, normal, and low, I should say. And that was lane keeping, rear park aid, blind spot. So then we go back out. After driver assist comes your settings. Here's where you can, under vehicle, see your oil life, turn the power lift gate, activate, enable it or disable it, remote start. What's going to come on when you use the remote start? Do you want the seats to be heated? Do you want the steering wheel to be heated? How long do you want it to stay on? Oops. When we go down, you've got windows. Do you want to enable the remote open so you can open the windows from your key fob? Wipers. Courtesy wipe after you squirt the windshield to clean it. A few seconds later, another wipe will go across to in case there's any additional fluid still on the windshield. My key, you can set up one of the keys to be used for a beginner driver. You can limit top end speed, limit stereo volume. Certain things won't be active until the seatbelt is on. And display setup. So under language, you can choose English, Spanish, or French. Tire pressure, PSI, KPA, etc. Gauge display. Do you want the fuel gauge only? Do you want the fuel gauge and a tachometer? Temperature, would you like Fahrenheit? Would you like Celsius? Under units, would you like liters per 100 kilometers? Would you like kilometers per liter? Would you like miles and miles per gallon? So the display is completely up to you how you want the vehicle, the information displayed, and what's important to you. On the right hand side, right now we've got it showing navigation. The display is controlled with the buttons on the right hand side. So you've got a choice of navigation, phone, or entertainment. So right now the audio is off, so no sense having it there. Putting it down to navigation. I don't have a destination program, so it'll show a compass in which direction I'm heading. On the steering wheel, when we go below that, we have buttons. When the radio is on, it'll go to your next preset. When a phone call is coming in, you can answer it and you can hang up on it. Your voice activation, and then we have the stereo volume up and down, and you can mute the stereo. This vehicle has a push button start, so with your foot on the brake, you would hit right here where it says engines start and stop. When you're finished your trip, you would hit the stop. So it's the same button. Now we've got the large center screen in this vehicle, so you've got a choice of displaying apps or entertainment. When you're in park, entertainment is a variety of games that can be played on the screen. So you've got tiles, blocks, lane change, double sum, Sudoku, jigsaw puzzle, etc. And those are games that can be played while the vehicle is in park. So it is not to be used while you're driving. Under apps, radio, phone, navigation, media, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, owner's manual is built right in. So instead of having the paper books, you've got your owner's manual built right into the screen here. You can go by categories, you can do a visual search, you can bookmark, and you would also be able to look for specific items in there. Now this is our navigation screen that is now displayed. And you've got a choice as to, right now, we would be driving up on the screen. You can also set it whereby north is always at the top. So, navigation, media, and sketch. You can draw pictures and whatnot on the screen there. So, when we hit this next button, brings up a new choice of options. You could add a phone, vehicle. So rear occupant alert. When you shut off the engine, it's going to ask you to check if you've got your rear passengers in there, little kids, animals, whatever. If you're never going to have people in the back seat, or you don't want a reminder to check for them every time, You can shut that off, and it will remind you twice a year to if you still want that off. Onboard modem serial number, door keypad code. You can add an additional code over and above the one that came from the factory. Rear view camera delay. If you want the rear view camera to stay on after you switch out of reverse, you can do that. Under general, here's another place that you can choose your language, your distance units, your temperature, your weights. Do you want the screen to beep every time you touch it? About sync, software license, submit feedback, and reset. When you sell the vehicle or you trade it in, you're going to want to do a reset. That will eliminate your phone, it'll eliminate your navigation and your saved addresses and whatnot. So it'll put it back to factory settings. Connectivity, Bluetooth, wireless, manage your Wi-Fi networks. When you get home, you're going to want to connect it to your home Wi-Fi, and that will allow the vehicle to check for system updates, such as our software updates. So you can put it for automatic. And you can also set it for a recurring schedule, so it'll check each week or whenever you want it to. And if there is an update, it can give you the details. Your Ford Assistant on voice commands. You can set up a wake word. You can look at the voice commands that are available to you, and then we have our valet mode. If you go to a place with valet parking, hit valet mode, type in a 4-digit code. That'll temporarily allow use of the phone or navigation features. When you get back into your vehicle, then you put in the same 4-digit code to reactivate your phone and navigation features. So that was all of those. Back to our home screen, navigation, and the last items used will show up across the bottom, so it's easy to get to. Now we have our temperatures, so both driver and passenger can choose their own temperature, where the air is flowing. You can pick if it's on the windshield, if it's through the panel vents, if it's on the feet. Your heated seats and your heated steering wheel. Fan speed, max defrost, rear defrost, and the heated seat for the passenger. As we go down below, you've got your stereo volume on and off, your 4-way flashers. You can turn on the camera. So that's what's behind us right now. Seeking to the next station on the radio, you can tune it manually. Your shifter is a rotary dial. Your electronic parking brake. And we have an auto, you can turn off the auto stop-start feature on the vehicle. Now, this particular vehicle has the power moonroof, so the controls are over top of the rear view mirror. You've got lights that you can turn on and off. You can open the moonroof, and you can open just the screen, and you can close the screen. And we also have the universal garage door opener, so you can program in your garage door into those buttons. This has been an overview of the 2021 Ford Edge ST. I hope you'll enjoy your new vehicle. I'm Jim Brickell from Ed Learn Ford.